Hello there. I hope you are excited about our art trip. Today we're going to be working on a lamppost, and this would make a great cover for your sketchbook, or it can be on another page. I'm using part of a book that I have here. But the important thing is that you use a piece of paper or background that is not white. In this case, I'm using this sort of tan background, and the reason you want that is that for our drawing today, we're going to be using white as an accent color, and so it is important that we be able to see the contrast. So on the project today, there are only 4 things you need. You need your drawing surface. You can use a pencil. I like using the mechanical pencils because I don't like having to carry around a pencil sharpener. And I've already done a sketch here. That makes everything a little easier for me. You may not be able to see it because of the contrast. Then I've got a black pen that's getting away from me over there. This is the Micron brand pen, and these are great because they don't run when you add water after you've let them dry. And we won't be using water today, but that is really wonderful if you're working with watercolors or something else that might cause them to run. And they come in a variety of thicknesses. I'm using an 03 today. And then this is just such a fun tool. It's a little different than a typical gel pen. It is by Uniball. It's called Signo Broad, and it's actually containing a kind of white pigment ink, which is excellent. But you can use a variety of things. You could use a white colored pencil for a similar effect. You could use white paint. And we're going to have a lot of fun with this. So the first thing I'm going to do is show you how to draw the basics of the lamppost. And I like to start my lampposts because I somehow end up doodling these quite a bit. I like to grow them from the ground up like a tree. So the first thing you're going to do is create a base here for the bottom of your lamppost. And then go up a little way, and this parallel line is going to be a little narrower, and then you're going to just attach the two. It's sort of a, it's almost a rectangle, but it's being squished a bit at the top. It's tapered, and this is forming the base of your lamppost. Then on top of that, we're going to do sort of an upside down U shape, and this is just a decorative element to help taper it into the main pole of the lamppost. And at this point, if you want to use a ruler, you are welcome to do that. I'm going to freehand it. I think I left my ruler somewhere else. And what you want is a straight, if possible, straighter than me. Straight line, and then very close to it you're going to draw another one. And so then you've got your the pole of your lamppost. We're going to reverse the U at the top. We're making very similar shapes to what we did at the bottom. So we've got the U and then a little cross line, and at the top we're going to have 2 more lines because I'm going to have a sort of a little plate up there that will be the top of the lamppost. You can go ahead and taper your lines up to the top, and you can connect these if you want. You can round the corners, or you could have it go in a sort of a tapered at an angle if you want. That's really up to you. And then at the top here, we're going to have a slight triangle, and we'll put just a little knob at the top. I forgot these pens prefer to be held upright or they don't flow properly. So we're looking at the lamppost right from the corner. Of course, it depends. If you're looking at the lamppost from the front, then you could be looking at the pane straight on. I think we're looking at it from one corner, so I'm going to draw a seam right here. And if you like, it could be a lamppost with a little bit of a painting to it. So we'll give it a little cross pane of glass, and that's just a simple little cross in the middle there. And then it's not necessary, but it's kind of fun if you want to have something for icicles to hang off of, to draw the draw a little pole coming out here. And that's just sort of a real thin tapered line. So now that we've got the essentials right there, we have pretty much finished our drawing, and now we get to have a little more fun, because this is really the great part, where you get to play with the white pen and really make the drawing come alive. So the first thing we'll do is we will draw those icicles. Sometimes takes a few strokes to get the pen to start flowing. And don't go too crazy with them, but if you jerk them real fast and kind of pull up at the end, you'll get a nice thinner line at the very end. And if you want it to be a little thicker, like it's really been frosting on there, you can do a little bit of this where you just have a little bit of a line under there. So that's kind of fun. Let's see now, on the lamppost, where else would it be likely to have some snow? If the snow's been falling this way, then it's probably going to have some snow on the top. So I'm going to say, let's say the snow has been falling from this angle, so we're going to make it a little heavier on this side. So I'm going to say we've got a little bit of snow right here, and see it's just a little heavier on this side than it is on that side. I'm going to say that it even caught a little bit on the top of this pole. So I'm going to actually make a sort of a triangle right here to show where the snow has built up. And then at the bottom, now this is a trick that you can't do unless you've got something opaque. You'd have a little more trouble possibly with a colored white pencil. But if you do have something opaque, you can actually have the lamppost buried in the snow somewhat, because now it's going to cover up your original lines. And of course, what you can do is, if you plan ahead a little when you're making your original pencil marks before you go over it, you can adjust for a place to cover there. And I want it to be a real snowy ground here, so I'm going to do some scribbling. And we're going to make a vaguely oval shape right here, just showing what's surrounding the lamppost. And really want it to contrast where it's close to the lamppost, so I'll fill that in a little bit. And there you've got a pretty nice ground. Let's have a little bit of snow just touching right here. And then it's up to you if you would like. I think we might try putting a little light in here, and you might If you were doing this on paper, you might choose a yellow hue, but since we're working with white, we're going to sort of make a little white circle in here. Of course, we need to avoid those cross lines, so it's sort of like drawing a pie in 4 pieces to show kind of the inner glow of the lamppost. And then I'm going to draw a little bit of a circle here, keeping it light, letting it break up a little, that's fine. It looks more like light if it isn't a hard circle. And might even do another line because I like that effect. Just keep it nice and broken. And we have our lamppost. Make sure to add your signature in the bottom, whatever color you prefer. Just looking here, if you want, for additional contrast, you can choose to make a little more blackness in here for contrast. I wish I'd done that before I did the white, but it's great. And I'm deciding that the sun is also coming from this direction as the same direction I chose for the snow. You don't have to do that, but it helps to know what direction so that you know to leave this side white. So I'm darkening it over here and leaving it light on that side. And the same thing, I'm going to darken up the lamppost over there. Yeah, that looks a lot better. And then again, get some shadow over here. It's going to be a rounded kind of shadow. A little bit of darkness up there and over there. I'm going to darken this up just because I think it'll make it a stronger drawing. Darken these outlines a little. There we go. And now I think we're done. So I hope you enjoyed this lesson, and I hope you're having a great time. Talk to you soon.